lágrimas en mis ojos como lágrimas, lágrimas en mis ojos como arañas. Las contengo en un frasco de cristal, pienso en liberarlas por la ventana, te pican o te matan o no te pasa nada, pero no las usas para controlar tu casa. Hablamos de lágrimas y de arañas. Para contar esta historia pido una suspensión voluntaria de incredulidad, una lágrima falsa para un post-it mezclado de mensajes que escribí y que no dice nada, una estúpida idea a base de esperma que voy a incendiar. No la mates, no la aplastes, abrázala como si abrazaras lo que no puedes cambiar durante meses y meses y meses y meses. Tal vez sea que esta es la recompensa por nuestra maravillosa diversión. Si esto fue siempre una posibilidad, quizá este es el resultado que elegimos. Lo bueno de esta historia es que hay mucha de ella. Lo malo de la geografía es que en realidad no importa. Estamos hablando de lágrimas y de arañas, y si ellas no son malas, entonces son agradables. Dicen que es bueno ser agradable. Si te mato, entonces no soy mejor que tú, y soy mejor que una araña de diferentes maneras. Ser humana todavía cuenta por algo en esta telaraña en la que nos metimos. Todavía, tal vez, quizá, necesito estar más segura. Lo que sé es que alguien más ya te hubiera matado. Tú que solo estás intentando sobrevivir hilando una red que sirva como casa, copiando mis telas y mis capas, y yo que ya no tengo que vivir en un bucle de acciones para evitar tus ronchas. Busco un equipo equitativo de 2 personas. No soy tu chica de ensueño, duende maniática sin lágrimas. No soy araña, soy abeja, y mientras ustedes se deciden si soy buena, mala o ponzoñosa, yo produciré la miel. No soy abeja, ni araña, ni rana, soy pura, pristina, con guantes hasta los codos. La máscara cubre mis labios evitando que pueda darle un encuentro transformador a otro puto sapo, que acabe en el hospital lleno de culpas hechas de trampas arácnidas, de tejidos tan transparentes como tus intenciones y tu veneno. No soy araña y no soy ángel, nadie es un ángel, nadie necesita alas ni tejido para existir en paz. No te voy a matar, araña, llegó el momento de soltarte. Te deseo ser amada, morir, araña, amada, morir, araña, amada, morir, araña. Espero que tus desafíos de empatía no hagan más difícil el tener que coexistir. Dejaré que arda todo para bailar camino al cielo en destellos, en caminos que lleven a donde lleven, pero no puedo evitar preguntarme si acaso todo esto fue necesario. Ser forzada a arrojar lágrimas es igual que la necesidad a arrojarte por la ventana. Me hiciste un favor, araña, me diste algo para escribir, abrí la ventana y respiré oxígeno fresco.
Ah, that was so cute. It was so chaotic and like stuff that I would totally be doing in my room. And I love the fake tears. Um, very cute. Wow, Manolo. I'm sad you're at work, but blowing kissies. Okay, so I'm just opening up my little file. Okay, so next we have Harmony Tividad. Woohoo.
You don't have to read the thing. I don't. It's so bad.
I think it's really fun, but it's up to you.
You could, if you want, if it feels good. But I just didn't. I feel. I wrote it while I was driving. Whatever. Just carry on as you were.
Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I'm just gonna read it, but
Okay. Great.
you could also just say your bio if you want.
Great. Thank you. I will.
Okay.
I'm Harmony. I'm a musician and a writer and art person, art making person, and I love the creative world, and I'm grateful to be in this space with all of you digitally. It's really cool and magnificent, and I'm grateful that I was invited to do this, so thank you. Okay, so mine are all like really short, so I'm just gonna kind of steamroll most of them. Great. When I talk to God, I tell her that we need to talk about Brittany Murphy. You're the most beautiful nightmare. I'm counting my blessings and my deaths, parentheses, orgasms, duh. Boy blessings, eating oranges in the park, or girl blessings, smell like roses and hair in the future. It is a new year, and every day I'm closer to the illusion of arrival. They sell me, and I sadly buy. I am God, except I am embarrassed and ashamed. I am a genius, except I am annoying and drinking dumb bitch juice in the public outside. There's a shopping list with typos. Eating chicken cute, smiling at God cute, living out prophecies incorrectly cute, never having idols to begin with cute, probably need to stop flirting with everyone cute. I'm hungry for something I cannot seem to consume. I hear they're handing out death threats like flyers for religion or rising artists CDs on Hollywood Boulevard, trying to turn a buck or whatever. No man can fix me as I am perfect. In socks, I cry while reading something romantic and emotionally inaccessible to me. At least I'm safe with my thoughts, parentheses, anxiety. Can't imagine anyone more lovable than my friends, and now they are all in love, and I am the harlot I always dreamt I would be. I would like to file a complaint to the bureaucratic authority. I am fucking stupid. Please stop asking me for things. Rich people are bad metaphors for immortality. And I have some binder poetry. Wow. And that is my chef. Celestial disagreements. What's the big idea? How can I remind you that you are alive in the line at Trader Joe's, an anxious chunk of heaven we dwell in? Somewhere a child asks their parents for Pinkberry, and this gives me great peace of mind, an illusion or a certainty that everything is as it should be. Is it working? I am frail. I am dying. To be a reminder of something sacred, I quit smoking in order to be a better piece of God. I betray myself. I give myself hell. It's the only way she'll learn, I say, parentheses, to myself. I am a peasant god. I am feral and dead and happy. Delusions can be and are magnets for creativity. That is all I have to share. Sorry, I didn't do the disclosure of previous thing. Sorry, Crystal.
That was so beautiful. And I'm just going to add to your poem, Harmony also writes poetry. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Megan Manowitz. And I'm also, I'm going to give you, if you want to read it, you can, your bio, or I can go ahead.
You can go for it. Thank you.
Of course. Okay. Megan Manowitz is a part-time poet and events organizer. Over the last 10 years, her focus has been on community arts, organizing and throwing chaotic parties in New York and Providence, and she now resides in LA working in music. Over the last year of COVID, she has spent her time working landscaping jobs and cooking food. Woo!
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I never do readings, really. I haven't done one in like over a year, but I'm a huge fan of everyone involved, so thank you for asking me. I'm also, some of mine are short, so I'm just gonna like read them all. Oh, and I'm gonna start, I found today this gratitude list that I wrote on my birthday last year at like 2 a.m, and it's kind of cheesy, but I'm just going to read the list because I thought it was kind of cool. Things I am grateful for: my house, beautiful days, my dog, the ocean, dolphins, water, trees, love, my friends, Al-Anon, God giving me opportunities to grow, the forgiveness I receive from others and the forgiveness I give myself and others, the vastness of this country, how everything looks different, how crazy it is to drive through, Providence, Los Angeles, Florida, New York, being impulsive, being grounded, dancing, cooking, baking, hanging my clothes out on the line, reading poetry out loud, driving in my car, singing in my car, rain, grilling, crushes, reflecting, organizing my clothes, walking around the grocery store, doing things for my friends, meeting new people, talking with strangers, learning how to be vulnerable with the wind, when you're completely alone in nature, going to a waterfall, learning how to forgive my mom, getting a piggyback ride, walking up a steep hill, being made a meal. I make it known that I love you by saying that I love you. The crows hop in the road. I don't know the difference between them and a raven. I've been trying to figure it out since I moved to LA. Crows hop like freaks. Do ravens hop too? There are parrots in this neighborhood and they make scary fucking sounds. I walk barefoot in my room because the floor is clean. I turn on the lamp. I love my things. How many poems will I write to my stuff? I save it all and I love my life. I turn on the lamp. I look like a baby. You drew a picture of me. It's hanging up on my wall. I bought lights for my porch so I could see in the dark. We go out to smoke. You sit in my chair. Cigarettes make me sick, but I smoke either way. It reminds me of something. I think being young, it's a thing to hold on to. Unhealthy traditions. But I won't buy a pack. I just bum from my friends, and it continues to be a social tradition of intimacy and silence. Out on my porch, I live in a place where you can see some stars. Los Angeles allows that, which is nice of it to do. There are certain things you just can't ask about, like how many blades of grass in a field, or where do whales go when they die? How does the sky look like a painting, and where can I buy one of my own? In my head, I start every thought with not to be dramatic, but not to be dramatic, but I feel like I'm falling down a well. Not to be dramatic, but this is worse than when I had cancer. Not to be dramatic, but I'm going for a walk. Looks like there's a peach tree at the end of my block. It's the season. I stay at home, I walk to work. I notice everything. There are roses everywhere and I love music. I'm hearing it. The world is making music. There are roses everywhere and I'm listening. 10 strong things like you like. I like food and I like the river. I walk down and take a sip. It's not as good as the one across town. I wish I had wings, but I wasn't born lucky. Not like you, born with wings in a blue pickup truck. You drive me to the mountains and drop me off for the afternoon. I find my way home like a dog. I wish I was lucky. I wish I was born with wings in a blue pickup truck. I was born with a small bag of stones and one large stick. It has your name on it. Eve, your name is Eve, like Adam and Eve, like you ate the apple. You're into pleasure and that kind of stuff. Or Eve, like anticipation. Eve, you're more like my favorite time of day, evening. You look like dusk. I mean that as a compliment. You look like dusk. I mean that as a compliment. Laughing at your gross, ugly face, I lick it like I do a gift. It tastes like dirty syrup. And I'm counting down from 7 just to touch you on your forehead. It's the same as one big kiss. We close our eyes either way. We spend one day at the beach dividing gray rocks from white. We don't talk for 62 hours. We just stay in the same room, nodding vigorously at the TV. You break the silence and ask me if they sell pasta at Domino's, as if that's a reasonable question. The answer is obviously yes. I'll capture the hours between 6 and 8 p.m. and bury it in the sand. I'll say your name like a prayer and hope that you listen. I'll hang pictures of my mom in the house. I spilled a gallon of paint in the truck. It was blue and it got everywhere. Good thing it's your favorite color, you say, as if I like anything enough to be drowned out in it. 3 years later, you ask me why my book is blue, as if it's on our favorite color collectively, as if we all don't love too long, as if we all don't love lesbian media. I'm under the impression I could do a handstand. I've never tried, but I'm sure the skill is there. You'd think I like the feeling of melting, all bundled up in a chair with my insides oozing out. I like to watch, but you probably don't want to see it. You're grossed out by most things, while I have patience in that having to do with the human body and seeing how it responds to constant poking. Now we know it melts. It just melts. Was going to read, but then decided I want to be an illiterate whale, blue in the face and also body. Where does time go when you need it? Because I don't see it hiding anywhere. Okay, I'm going to read one more. Licking the salt lamp right the fuck out. To start the day off smoothly, I look out the window and salute to my local Family Dollar, how it glows gracefully. I go to the watering hole and ask for a sip. You say no, and I cry. Tears stream indefinitely. You look and laugh like a dog. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Megan, for sharing. That was so sweet.
Thank you.
Okay, so last but not least, we have Valentino Velez, my adopted dad, who came out with 24. So cute. 24, 24. And here's the bio. Valentino used to be a funny man in LA, and now they are a funny man in Oakland. They are a lover of women and fine wines to this day. Oh, aren't we all?
I would hope.
I hope so.
Ooh.
All right. Take us away to another place.
Oh my God, I can't wait to take you away. Okay. Mine are all also, yes, very short. So I'm just going to go in. My mom's boyfriend, Rick, is my new favorite philosopher. I was talking to him about art in the age of Corona and how I'm nervous to write something of the time. He told me to lean into it because if it touches someone, then it's timeless. It's such an impressive thought. To touch is to stop time. Faith from the movie Spring Breakers, who was my favorite philosopher before my mom had a boyfriend, said, if we could just freeze life, like if we could just click it and freeze it and say, this is the way it's going to be forever, like having this moment together forever. Me and Rick and Faith are the carbon. Sometimes I worry that I'm just like a sawfish who spreads its wings in friendly ambition to fly among passing ships, but soon grows tired and tucks its wings back, returns to its former place. I'm still waiting to be a hot girl, but being a hot girl doesn't really matter when you're a genius stuck in quarantine alone in your apartment. Why would you be mean to me when I specifically asked you not to? Literally so simple. That was all I asked of you. While you ask no questions and receive no answers. You've never had a conversation, and nobody knows how to tell you that you're so good at making statements costumed as exchanges. Sometimes, queerness feels like always having one flat tire. When the faggots assemble, it can feel like 10 people playing solitaire next to each other. On any happy holiday night, my mom will show me the gifts she bought to let me know she knows the difference between boys and girls. Turning from the lectern in a fool's paradise, I can be your snowman. Put on my keepa, baby, make me come to life. I try to only meet up with my mom on mornings after a big date. While I enshrine gay sex, I can make myself seen when she won't see me. Driving to your house at 11:45 p.m. was a less than attractive thought. I called and mentioned that I needed to come pick up important artifacts, medications, clothes, etc. I don't really know how much of that is true and how much of it was my queer addiction to tragedy. Considering the twists and turns my thoughts took, wordsmithing tangled poetics that were more for myself than you, I guess the latter to be the most honest. Theory is tired when you use it as a substitute for compassion. I guess I'll have to wave my arms and tell you I'm hurt. Don't worry, I can't go anywhere fast while I'm bleeding on the floor, and I'm sure if you decided at some point that it was getting pretty bad, that the pages of your Nathaniel West novel would do a marvelous job at keeping me from hemorrhaging completely. No, I don't want to buy myself the gifts you've autonomously offered me. That much should be obvious. I wonder often, since we know you to be a mischief maker, how you get away with it always. All these divine hotties with good praxis, letting you loose as you focus on your theory and innocently cause chaos. If only you didn't have such a great dick. That much is also obvious. You should know, I don't have to be your friend. I don't care if my friend has a great dick. You laughed and thought it was mean in a funny way. I hate that you got to have one. The chuckle is meant for me. I know who loves me and who doesn't, because words said in love are green and lush, like the faces of friends stacked cheek to cheek. When I can tell you love me even through the slow burn, I will love you even more. Words said in love are green, not red or blue or pink or lavender. Only the best words are green, and I'm so greedy, I only ever want the greenest of anything. I will make green dinners for loving souls, for the loves of my life, even though I'm just a troll man. I love to watch my superstar friends with their baby Einstein brains carve aisles in the supermarket we call paradise. Trying to take the wrong turn to find the right thing. You've always been an honorary only child. Must be, you're so smart you trick yourself. I am just a clerk at the Bureau of Love Stitches. I am a good boy who sits at her cubicle, undertaking routine administrative duties, like kissing the photos of you on my phone, searching for you in the scent of my pillows, sleeping till my days are shorter and I can see you sooner. My most cherished, treasured flame, I've been ironed out into a machine that only produces longing, settled and simmered down a syrup of want. Resolutely, I stay liquid, if only to make myself easier to ravage. I solidify when I think of you sitting at your kitchen table. I'm dumb for being jealous of furniture, but don't you know I can bend and fold, be sat on and at. On my queen-sized mattress, I pop the 10th Rolo in my mouth as they gaze affectionately at my new snakeskin bikini. Never in my life have I been turned on by my own tits, but a beautiful bikini is like the most important magic. If praying is a psychic act, then the front door of my apartment is my stage. The prop is broken. My door won't open when I use your house key. A sad house of subconscious muscle memory, returning to the mansion of his breast, a roof of heaven, deities in the windows. I guess I can stick to being a great multitasker, psychic actor, and devoted mason. I am a private girl, just trying to grow a dick in peace. I am a fairy's kiss. I am riding the bull called life, called testosterone, called falling in love, called death, called rebirth, and I'm trying to be unafraid. I just want to make a peace sign out of all our names. Every day I wake up with the form and quality of a seesaw, rehearsing the motions of love. I am a truth hound. My milk pail is where soul, spirit, and matter meet. I will never get tired of being a milkmaid dispensing spiritual nourishment. And then I have one more poem. I just feel that I'm not really a smart guy or anything. I'm just a real simple girl with dumb thoughts in his brain, a boy who feels she never gets enough attention, who is actually a girl who thinks he has nothing important to say. Who actually knows me? Nobody? Do all my friends only have parts of me? I wish they could all sit in a circle and put me together like a puzzle. I also have a dedication that I want to read. Thank you to my mother, for without the friction, there could not be the lesson of patience and empathetic listening. To my father, whose presence and absence has inspired much introspection. To Sky, for an intensely formative and loyal friendship. To Mai, for faggy moments I will always cherish. To Nari, for sharing brainwaves and always creating space for things I can't put anywhere else. To Sean for having a juicy brain, the most sparkly eyes, and who is constant inspiration to bravely sit with myself. To Harmony for being a beam of light. To Sophion for supporting the silliness and sexiness. To Livy, a genius friend whose kindness is done for kindness' sake. To Casper for always encouraging a dance. To Sophia for being my brother always. To Agatha for being the first person I loved truly and who returned it with so much depth. To Rai for challenging me and helping me to learn what my needs are. To Spencer for being a fellow clown. To Ryan for always being sweet without being asked. To Lucy for the visions and for always speaking honestly. To Madison, who comes in with sweet and still energy when we talk about Piedmont grocery. To Walker for having a great laugh and brotherly hug. To Otis for smiling. To Crystal for always being ready for the stage. To Eve for being a gorgeous swan who always speaks their mind and is usually, if not always, true and correct. To Russell for receiving me with the most love, for being a student of love with me in a relationship filled with magic and expansion that pushes me to think differently. Besos.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
Yourselves now if you want.
I can what?
Oh, everyone else can unmute themselves if they want to say
Oh
something.
yeah, everyone come in.
Hi.
Hi, oh my God, you beautiful, gorgeous, sexy angel.
God, I almost teared up a lot.
Oh my God, yeah, no, me too. I almost cried at the end there. I love you.
I love you too. So beautiful.
Thank you. You too as well, always.
Oh my God.
George, wait, show your ring. That fringy ring.
Which one?
This one. You touched your hand to your face.
Here. Wait, this one?
Yes.
Russell, a Russell gift.
You like
Where?
touched your face while reading it, and it just like it like dangled in the light.
I'm obsessed.
It's called Kirk's Folly. Look.
Oh, so cute. Love.
Oh my god.
I'm so proud of you.